Welcome to English Success Podcast Channel.
Have you ever sat down with a problem only to feel completely stuck? Like you're staring at a blank page, your mind is empty, and the harder you try to think, the less creative you feel?
Oh yes, I know that feeling all too well. And I think many of our listeners can relate. Whether it's trying to write an essay in English, planning your career, or even solving a personal challenge, sometimes our brains just freeze.
Exactly. But what if I told you there was a method designed to unlock your creativity, to give your mind structure while also expanding your ideas?
That sounds like magic.
It's not magic, it's called the Lotus Blossom Method. The Lotus Blossom Method was developed by a Japanese creativity expert named Yasuo Matsumura. He believed that ideas grow like flowers. If you give them space and structure, they will bloom.
I love that image. A lotus flower opens petal by petal, slowly revealing its beauty. And this method works in the same way. You start with one central idea, and then you expand it into many petals of possibilities.
Here's how it works. Imagine a diagram that looks like a lotus flower. In the center, you write your main problem or goal. Around it, in 8 petals, you write 8 related ideas.
And here's the clever part. Each of those 8 ideas can then become a new center. You create another flower around them with 8 new petals each. It's like ideas multiplying in all directions.
The result? Instead of just 1 or 2 possible solutions, you generate dozens, even hundreds of fresh ideas.
And the best part is, you don't need to be a genius to use it. Anyone can try it with just a pen, paper, and a little patience. Okay, let's get practical. Suppose your central goal is learn English faster. That's the center of our lotus blossom.
Around that, we could place 8 petals. Watching movies, reading books, using apps, practicing with friends, listening to podcasts, writing a journal, joining a class, and traveling.
Perfect. Now, let's zoom in on one petal, say, watching movies. How do we expand that?
We could create another blossom around it. Watch with subtitles, rewatch without subtitles, repeat dialogues aloud, write down new vocabulary, analyze conversations, shadow the actors, record yourself speaking, and discuss the movie with a friend.
Now that one simple idea, watch movies, has exploded into 8 new methods for active learning.
And we can do the same with other petals. For example, reading books could branch into graded readers, novels, short stories, highlighting phrases, reading aloud, summarizing chapters, reading with a dictionary, and even writing reviews.
Imagine if a student only thought of one idea. I'll just watch movies. That's good, but limited. The Lotus Blossom Method helps you squeeze the maximum learning out of every single activity.
Exactly. It pushes your brain to go deeper, to see opportunities you normally overlook. Let's look at another example. Suppose your central goal is start a business.
Around the center, you might write, find an idea, identify customers, create a product, build a team, raise money, marketing, sales strategy, and time management.
Then, let's expand one petal, marketing. You could brainstorm social media, SEO, email campaigns, influencer partnerships, content marketing, paid ads, word of mouth, and networking events.
And each of those can also become its own blossom. For example, social media could expand into Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, TikTok videos, LinkedIn posts, Facebook groups, Pinterest boards, live streams, and community building.
Can you see how powerful this becomes? One simple center, start a business, quickly turns into hundreds of practical, specific actions.
And the same is true for personal life. Suppose your central goal is be healthier. Around it, you could put exercise, nutrition, sleep, stress management, hydration, daily habits, mindset, and social support.
Then expand just one, say, exercise. Walking, running, yoga, strength training, dancing, sports, stretching, cycling. Suddenly, your idea of exercise isn't just one boring option, it's a full menu of choices.
The Lotus Blossom Method is like training your mind to see possibilities where before you saw limitations.
The reason this method works so well is because our brains love structure. If you just say, think of ideas, your mind often goes blank. But if you say, think of 8 ideas around this one, suddenly your brain gets creative.
It's like setting a small challenge. Your brain doesn't like empty space, so it fills it with new thoughts. And once you have the first layer, the second layer becomes even easier.
And it's also about momentum. When you generate a lot of ideas, even if some are silly or impractical, hidden among them are usually brilliant ones you would never have thought of otherwise.
That's why big companies use this method for innovation. It forces the team to think beyond the obvious.
So, how can our listeners use this in their daily lives? Simple. Next time you face a problem, whether it's learning English, starting a new habit, or solving a work challenge, grab a piece of paper.
Write your central problem in the middle. Then draw 8 boxes or petals around it. Fill them with ideas. Then expand each one into its own flower.
You'll be amazed at how your thinking changes. Instead of feeling stuck, you'll suddenly have dozens of possible paths forward.
Remember, your mind is like a garden. If you only plant one seed, you get one flower. But with the Lotus Blossom Method, you plant many seeds, and you end up with a whole garden of possibilities.
That's such a beautiful way to put it. And honestly, this method isn't just about solving problems, it's about training yourself to see opportunities everywhere.
Exactly. And when you approach life with that mindset, there's no limit to what you can achieve.
So, to our listeners, try the Lotus Blossom Method this week. Use it for your studies, your goals, even your personal life. Let your ideas bloom.
And remember, success starts with the way you think.
Thanks for listening to English Success. Stay creative, stay motivated, and we'll see you in the next episode.